Hello lovelies, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time joining us, you're definitely welcome. I am Boy, I am a nurse. I work and live in UK, and where I live, I am currently in Wales, and where I live in a city center, and it's very expensive. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can manage things when you first come into UK, because nobody is telling us most of these things and we are recklessly spending, and when reality hits, you are going to be stranded and nobody is going to help you. So for those that already have their plane tickets in place and are ready to hop in and come in, this is what I think would be best for you to do to smoothly settle in UK. Number one, it's management of finances. I won't go deep into that because we are different and we are individuals. After all, we are adults. We can plan and do our own things differently. But rent is expensive. Everything else is expensive, but rent, good people, rent is massively expensive. I mentioned that I'm staying in the city center because I wanted to share how much I pay for rent. Let me break it down. I live in a one-bedroom apartment. In this apartment, it's something like a bachelor back home, if I may say so. But it's a bedroom, there is a sitting room, there is a kitchen and a bathroom. So this room, this place where I stay, comes in furnished. So the other apartments do not have furniture in them, but the one that I got, it was already furnished. And even though it's furnished, it's not up to how I would furnish it myself. So I pay £750 for this apartment. And for now, the electricity bill is still included in rent. But for other places, rent is standalone. You are going to be paying for electricity, you are going to be paying for gas, you are going to be paying for water and council tax. Those are the things that come up with that follow rent. So approximately £1,000 it's going into household, let me say, building sort of bills. That's why I wanted to do this video. People, when you come in here, don't spend recklessly, because you are here and you see £1 and you see shoes, they are £20 and you keep on buying. When you come in, your employers, most of the employers will be providing accommodation for you, maybe for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months until you get your own accommodation. Once you get accommodation, they are going to stop paying for the area that you were living at. You will be now paying yourself. So the good part about UK is the day when you go for orientation, that first day, you will start earning, meaning orientation is considered as a work day. So day one, when you set your foot in your workplace, you will earn money. So spend wisely, start saving with the first paycheck towards your rent. That will give you revolution for the future, because if you stay in your employer's accommodation for 3 months and you consider that place as yours, so you pay rent every month, you keep it in your account, but you make it as if you are paying rent. That means by the time you get your own apartment, you won't have that hefty amount to shed off to pay. Another thing that you need to know is when you get your own accommodation, you are going to pay rent and security money. Security money is the same amount as rent. So it is going to be 750 times 2. Meaning I paid, well, how much was it? £1,500 for my first rent when I came here. And let me tell you, 1,800 is, it could be your net salary where you are, and you would not be able to survive after that. So start saving as early as your first paycheck. The second thing is still on the finances. When you look for the place where you will be working, you will be living, look for places that are closer to where to work, so that you can drag to work, walk, or you can be able to take a bus. Because if it's far, it's going to cost you. And the money, we are here for money. We are not here to spend it. We want to save it so that we go home with kachinching. When you arrive in the UK, there is what is called credit score. Surprisingly, when you are starting to look for rent, people look into your credit score, and you will have 0 credit score when you arrive in the UK. I don't know why they are looking into that, because you are a new immigrant, but they are looking into credit score. So my advice, my tiny advice for you is, I know when you get a visa there at the visa department, sometimes they give you a SIM card. But when you arrive in UK, please get a SIM card on contract. It might be you are going to be paying about £10 or £5 every month, but get a SIM card on contract that you have a direct debit that comes out of your account every month. That credit will build you a credit score. It shows the creditors that you exist. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how simple I can explain it. But that is the first step for building a credit score. Another thing that you can do to build a credit score, when you arrive here, buy either a phone or a watch or something that you can pay by direct debit monthly. Just buy something so that you can be able to build your credit score. That thing will help you when you look for rent. That will help the landlords to identify you, to see that you exist. The other thing is, when you go to the banks and register for your account, your bank account, everything here is done online most of the times, and you just go to the bank if you encounter any problems. I don't know what is the problem with our phones when we come here from home. I came in with my phone. It was a new phone, but it crashed when I installed a bank app. The message that popped up was like it says the software of my phone is outdated, something like that. So don't go in buying new phones back at home before you come here. Bring your Skeslembe phone with you. You will buy a phone when you reach here, because I don't know what is happening with the IT, information technology and everything, but my new phone crashed. This phone crashed. It's literally still new. Let me take it off this case and show you how it looks like. This phone is actually still very new, but it crashed. It's very slow as we speak because of the bank application that I installed, and it crashed and it stopped working. I had to buy a phone like soon because of that. So don't buy phones when you leave home. You will buy phones here. You will buy the latest models here. Another thing that I would advise you to do when you arrive here, our driver's license, like where if you don't know how to drive, I'm even laughing. If you don't know how to drive from home, go driving school before you come here. Learn how to drive. Familiarize yourself with driving. In UK, they fancy manual cars more than automatic cars. The automatic cars are there, but they are more expensive than the manual cars. If you want to learn how to drive a manual, our driver's license at home, it's international. You can still use it here for over a year, for a year. So you arrive here in January, you can use your license to drive up until December. January next year, you should have acquired United Kingdom driver's license. So I will make a video on how you can go about that, but you need to start it as soon as possible. Like as soon as possible, start preparing for driving. So I will make a video, a special different video on that, where I will be showing you how to register for driver's license and get a provisional driver's license and go for a theory test, and then all those things surrounding driving. And because when you have a license, it's much easier for you to navigate around taba tsa ho reka koloi. Like if you want to buy a car, it's really hard to buy a car when you still have license, international license. You can still buy a car with your international license, but it's hard to get the car that you want with your international license. So even the dealerships are skeptical because you're still fairly new in the country. So go do register your license and be able to drive with your UK license. That's when you'll be able to buy a car and everything else. It does not matter whether you have been driving for 20 years or 10 years before you come here. I had been driving since 2019. Yes, I started to drive in 2019. But when I arrived here, I was surprised that I'm still supposed to go for driving school. I am still supposed to go be tested for driving because that's how they operate. So just bear in mind, whether you have been driving for years, you are still going to be tested for driving when you arrive here. But it's best if you do it as early as you enter this country. So first things first, you get accommodation, you get address, you are satisfied with the place that you are living at, and then you process all those things. One other thing that I want to make you aware of is your phone number, like your mobile number, your 07 number. That number behaves like money here. Like number and address where you live at, those two things behave like money. If you change your address every month or every 3 months, it's hurting your credit score. If you change your phone number every now and then, it's hurting your credit score. If you register for anything, you use your phone number. Let me make an example. I know when I first came in here, I was staying in my employer's accommodation, and the particular place I used the address to register when I was opening a virtual account, a virtual bank account. And I did not know that in that area there are 10 more addresses under 1 yard. So there are 10 houses separate, and each house has its own postage number. So I didn't know. I put the address that I saw on top, and then it was the wrong address. Believe me, when I tried to open another account or fix that thing, it's still not fixed even to date. Because each time I try to create a new virtual account with that particular bank, it says my phone number is already registered in the system. So guys, when you arrive here, make sure that your phone number, you protect your phone number, your address, because those two things behave like money. If anyone has your address and your phone number, they can do anything they want. So even like here, online shopping is popular, and the sticker on the parcel has your names, your phone number, your names and your address. When you trash that, scrape off your names and your address, because you need to protect those. Those two things behave like money. The other thing that is fascinating here is about TV license. You pay TV license even when you don't have a television. I don't have TV. I'm not keen into TV anymore. I don't know why. Or maybe it's because I'm on YouTube. So if you watch BBC live news, even on your phone, you will have to pay TV license. So when you come in here, familiarize yourself with anything surrounding TV license, so you know which channels to avoid, so that you don't have police knocking on your door. So here you are, you already have your address, you are now living in your own accommodation, and you're all set. After your credit score has accumulated, to keep it up there, you can also apply for a credit card. I know credit cards are tempting, and if you are not a disciplined human being, you will it's a credit card. So try to get a credit card that has the lowest amount, like maybe £200 or so, and at least it will also boost up your credit score. This credit score is very important, because anything that you buy, they go through the credit companies and look for your name. And if you have a very good credit score, then you can get anything that you want and be able to pay bit by bit while you enjoy life. But just be careful not to be reckless with credit cards. They can be very tempting. What I normally do is, with my credit card, the money that I have in that credit card, once I use, I repay the same day. If I swipe my credit card £20, I send £20 with my normal bank account number into the credit card balance, so that it does not get to zero, or I don't get to forget about it and hurt my credit score. Because if you fail to pay even once, your credit points go droop to the ground. And if you don't pay your dikoloto, that means any financial services that you request would be hurt. They will not be able to provide you things. Let's say you want to move into the other home address, the place that you are staying at, you're not longer satisfied, you want another place. Because your credit score is bad, the landlords might refuse you. So credit score, credit score, credit score. Build your credit score. These are the things that I wanted to share and maybe make you aware of when you first come in. Those are the most important things that you need to take into consideration and try to make change, because we all want to live comfortably out here. This is not home, so we need to be comfortable as much as we can. So ka re tla ka lefifi fela, batho be leng kgale ba le mona nang, do not share. It's not easy to share. Like, it's not easy to be in front of the camera like this. For me, it's de-stressing and it's fun. So yeah, for other people this is not easy. It's also taking a lot of time, and here so people don't have time to keep on explaining this kind of things. You can take it or not, but this is based on my experiences. Had I known, I would have done things differently. But yeah, you can choose to try do these things and you will see everything will go smooth, like very smooth. Thank you very much for watching this video this far, my lovelies. I will see you in the next video. Bye.